Hello and welcome to the Maker's Gonna Learn YouTube channel. My name is Becca Oaks and I'm a craft producer here with Maker's Gonna Learn. We love beginner crafters here. We also love seasoned crafters, but we specifically love beginner crafters because we love to help you learn and not be frustrated when you have started your die cut crafting adventure. So one thing that I want to talk about today, well, the only thing I want to talk about today are all of the blades that are available to use with your Cricut machine. There are a ton and it can be overwhelming. You may not need them all, which is why I kind of want to dive into each specific one. That way you can decide if you would use them or not. Also, all of the blades that are available are not necessarily for use in the Air 2 and in the Maker. We do have, as part of our membership here at Maker's Gonna Learn, this amazing printable guide that breaks down everything I'm about to tell you and also gives you way more information on what blades can be used in which machine, what materials can be cut with those blades or used with those blades. So this is a fantastic tool that is available to all of our members here at Maker's Gonna Learn. If you're not familiar with what we do here at Maker's Gonna Learn, we offer a subscription-based membership to die cut crafters, not just Cricketers, but die cut crafters. And it gives you access to our library of thousands of cut files and fonts. Our yearly membership gives you a free commercial license so that you can sell products using our cut files and fonts legally. And then we give you all sorts of education, inspiration, and motivation to be an excellent crafter with your die cut machine. If you are here to learn about what these blades mean, then that is a good indicator that you're a new crafter, which brings me to my favorite thing currently about, maybe my second favorite thing currently about our membership here at Maker's Gonna Learn, and that is our 30-day challenge. So our 30-day challenge is a self-guided challenge. It comes with a ebook that you walk through, and it helps you from opening your Cricut, literally opening your Cricut all the way to making your first project. It gives you all the information that you need for blades. It really breaks down blades for you guys. And it gives you terminology. It gives you breakdowns of products that you would use in your crafting adventures. Literally everything that you need to know as a new crafter is in that 30-day challenge. So check out our yearly membership. It is free to our yearly members, and join the best die cut crafting community Maker's Gonna Learn. Let's jump in and talk about these blades now. First and foremost, we have our premium fine point blade. Now this is the blade that comes standard with the Air 2 and the Maker. And you can change out these blades. You can see right here. This is probably the blade that we use the most because you use it to cut paper, cardstock, poster board, regular vinyl, iron-on vinyl, printable vinyls, etc., etc. This is for thin to medium weight materials and is going to be the one that you likely will use the most as well. Next, we have our deep point blade, and it looks very similar to our fine point blade. You can see here the housing looks the same. Thankfully, they have changed the color of it so that you can differentiate between the two. But as you probably guessed, the only difference is that it is just a deeper blade. So you change it out the same way that you do the fine point. But this deep point blade is used for intricate cuts on thicker materials, so materials that are not thin to medium. You could use it on magnets, stamp material, thicker cardstocks or craft board, felt, foam sheets, that sort of thing. This is available for use in the Air 2 and the Maker, and I honestly recommend this blade in every craft room as well. Next, we have our bonded fabric blade, and again, it looks very similar to the fine point blade. Again, they have changed the color of it to help you out with that, which is really amazing. But as you probably guessed by the name, it is recommended for intricate cuts on bonded fabrics or fabrics with an iron-on backer. So if you have an Air 2 and want to cut material with your Air 2 bonded material, then you are going to want this bonded fabric blade. If you have a Maker, I wouldn't necessarily recommend having this because it comes with the Rotary Blade, and I personally don't have any use for this one because I do use the Rotary Blade more. But Air 2, this is the way to go for bonded fabrics. Next up is our Rotary Blade. This is specifically for the maker, and it actually comes standard with the maker, so that's really nice. But it is recommended for use with fabrics and other soft, delicate, or less dense materials such as tissue paper and cork. It glides and rolls, so you don't have to worry about the material kind of pulling or shredding like sometimes you have to worry about with a bonded fabric blade. So this is amazing. Unfortunately, I cut a lot of felt with mine, and I have found that dulls the Rotary Blade. So definitely keep a couple of extra ones in your craft room so that you can change those out as you need to. They're not super expensive, and they're very easy to change out. Next up is our knife blade, and when the maker came out, there was so much hype about this blade because it cuts really thick material. You can cut soft woods like balsa wood or basswood, mat board, chipboard, etc., etc. However, you cannot use the knife blade if you are running Design Space with your iOS device, so your iPad or your iPhone. So keep that in mind. If you do not have a desktop or laptop computer, I would not purchase this because you cannot use it. It will not allow you to cut with it because they are longer cut times. So the knife blade is really good for those thicker materials. Next up, we have our foil tip kit, and this little cutie is so much fun. It has 3 tips, a fine, medium, and thick tip that just are magnetic like the other blades kind of go in. And it is great for foiling projects. It is a pressure-based system, and this is available for use in the Air 2 or the Maker. It makes beautiful metallic accents on your projects. Okay, next up we are talking about this guy, and you're probably going to want this if you have a maker because it has so many different uses. This is the quick swap housing, and you use it with all of these different tips. It's very easy to put these tips in, and then to take them out, you just push the button and change it out like this. But we have, let's start with our scoring wheels. There are 2 scoring wheels, number 01 and 02, and they have numbered all of these tips for you so that it is easy to figure out which one you have. But 01 is our single scoring wheel, and it makes deep single score lines perfect for uncoated light materials, including crepe paper, light cardstock, and even acetate. So this is amazing. We also love our scoring Stylus, which isn't necessarily considered a blade, but it is a tool. So if you have an Air 2, grab this for your scoring needs. You can also use this in your maker, but you can definitely score with this. It's amazing, and it's a whole lot cheaper than the housing and these tips as well. But if you're using a thinner cardstock, like a 20-pound or copy paper cardstock, I prefer the scoring wheel over the Stylus just because it rolls with it and doesn't shred the paper like sometimes the scoring Stylus can. Then we have the number 2, which is the double scoring wheel, and this is great for use with really thick cardstocks or even craft board. So it does the same thing as the scoring wheel, but it's just used with for thicker materials. Next up, we have our Debossing Tip, which is right here. It's number 21. And this creates detailed depressions in a variety of materials similar to embossing. It adds dimension to your craft projects. And honestly, I don't use this one a whole lot, but we just have it because we want to have all the tools here available for you guys so that we can test them out and everything. But again, this, out of all of them, this is probably the one I would get the very last for me specifically in my crafting needs. Next, we have the Engraving Tip, and this guy is pretty amazing. He's very powerful. He allows you to add embellishments, personalized text, monograms, and other decorative touches to a variety of materials. When used with Cricut aluminum sheets or anodized aluminum, the engraving will reveal the silver beneath. So this, honestly, the first time I used it, I thought I will probably be able to see a faint image, but it does a really great job when you're using the materials that you're supposed to. So this cute little engraving tip. Next, we have our perforation blade, and it is number 11. It creates evenly spaced perforations, allowing you to make clean, even tears without needing to fold ahead of time. So if you're making like tickets or something like that you would want to kind of tear off the end, then this perforation blade is really great for that. Last, we have our Wavy Blade. This is number 31, and this adds a wavy edge to your design. So it's great for creating beautiful edges on decals, envelopes, cards, gift tags, and many other craft projects. Very fun little tool. I, again, don't use this a ton, but this is a neat little tool to have. All right, I hope you enjoyed this quick overview of the blades that are offered here with your Cricut machines. If you would like more detailed information, we have more videos, but we also have all that education that I talked about earlier with access to our membership. So definitely check out our membership, makersgonnalearn.com, subscribe, become a member, and get to crafting with the best community of like-minded die-cut crafters ever. They're amazing. I love our group. Anyway, if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe here on the YouTube channel. Like and comment if you have any questions. We would love to answer those for you. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you here another day for another video.